And that discovery of finding the way to heaven and to God, we're concerned in this adventure, say to me, parallel universes.
Parallel universes.
Thank you. May I come into this sequence with you? Would that be all right? What I'm going to attempt to do in the idea of the possibility that you would factor in your relationship with me an idea of a continuing reflection of light. Come on now. This is the idea of we are now in a correspondence with ourselves. And you are viewing me dimensionally in the idea of a possibility. Now say to me, time. Thank you. The entire teachings that I'm offering you and the idea of what we would term a parallel universe are the simple perspective of the possibility, listen, that since there's only going to be one reality, that is, the fundamental acceptance that as you think, you will be, are the inclusive possibility that there are multiple ideas, listen with me, going on with yourself in this description of parallel universe. Many of the ideas of association of quantum are now including the possibility of associations of light form, where we establish ideas within our own mind about the possibility of where we appear to be in reflections we have about light. This is a simple idea, isn't it? Because it is an idea in your mind about the idea of a parallel universe going on simultaneous with this. Will you listen with me? Listen to this. Parallel universes, not just a staple of science fiction or even of quantum observation of science, but a direct implication of cosmological observation. Is there a copy of you reading this article or sitting with me here now in this chair? A person who is not you, but who lives on a planet called Earth, with misty mountains and fertile fields and sprawling cities in a solar system with 8 other planets? The life of this person has been identical to yours in every respect. But perhaps he or she now decides to put down this article without finishing it while you intend to read on. Listen, the idea of such an altered self-observation seems strange and implausible, but it looks as if we will just have to live with it because it's supported by astronomical observation. The simplest and most popular cosmological model today predicts that you have a twin in a galaxy about 10 to the 10th 28th meters from here. This distance is so large that it is beyond astronomical, but that does not make your doppelganger any less real. What an interesting word, a doppelganger, a reflection of yourself somewhere in time. The estimate is derived from elementary probability and does not even assume speculative modern physics, merely that space is infinite. Do you see that? Or at least sufficiently large in size and almost uniformly filled with matter, as observers would indicate. In infinite space, even the most unlikely event must take place somewhere. There are infinitely many other inhabited planets, including not just one, but infinitely more, that are peopled with the same appearances, name, and memories as you, who play out every possible permutation of your life choices. Is this all right with you? What I'd like to present you with in the possibility of your conscious observation of yourself is the possibility that within a frequency of light observation of ourself, in the idea of the possibility of the conversion of the molecular identity that I'm holding about my body formulation. We're back into stem cells, aren't we? May I just for a moment? I have absolutely no objection to the idea that you are going to give me a reflection of what you think you are in your own light form. Indeed, the reflection of what you think you are in your own light form are the totality of the idea that's surrounding you are reflections of light that give you indication, if you'll accept it from me, of continuing alterations of the idea of what you are within your cellular observation of yourself. Here, the proceedings of the idea that I intend to formulate with you, a simple idea of the possibility of parallel universes. Very simply the idea, finally, that you're only what? Say to me, I'm going to meet myself.
I'm going to meet myself.
Is that true?
Yes.
Am I offering you now on the visual idea of association in the stem cell research of the reproduction of the formulation of your mind with no actual concern about the matter definition that you hold about yourself within the hologram, which you are, but only with the reflection of light by which you appear to see me in the definition of what you think you are. Remember? In the parallel universes, we're talking about associations of light formulations of energy that continue to vary in the ideas of what we think we are in that reflected light. Now, here's this offering for you if you'd like to choose it. I'm speaking directly to you. There must be a place somewhere in time. No matter how distant this universe appears to be, what are we talking about? 15,000 million years. Let's reduce it momentarily to the idea of human consciousness. Is this all right with you? In other words, no matter what you want to teach me about the stretch of the universe, the simple fact of the matter is I can't be more or less, you listen, that I consciously observe myself in this association. Can you see this with me? This is very important. If I am going to teach you the idea of the possibility of alter association of my mind, listen, no matter how I proceed, I can't exclude my own thoughts. As difficult as that may be for you in the present condition in which you find yourself, the simple truth of the matter is that everything that you are seeing within this idea of yourself are included in with the process of your mind that's changing all the time. And the evidence that you are determined to hold on to it in this sequence are simply indication that you believe you are getting another reflection in the idea of who you think you are in what would appear to be a previous formulation of your body identity. Could you see that? Yeah, good for you. Here's another body identity in stem cell research that is expressing his determination to recognize himself within the factoring of the place, say to me place,
Place.
of the place in which he finds himself.